Hey, remember that guy Doodle covered? Or maybe you don't because you don't care? Either way, fantastic. It's him again. Commentary. Also new drawn avatar. Go.
Hey YouTube, it's me again, KablamBandicoot64.
Don't you love how his audio spikes in and out for no fucking
Commentary on
reason?
some
Just
idiot
heaven to
who
my
tends to know
ears.
what he's talking about, yet ends up failing. Well, you've seen Mr. Enter, you've seen Matthew Davis, and you've seen every other wannabe internet critic try to tackle breadwinners.
Actually, if you don't follow petty internet shit, you probably don't. But then again, I'm covering you, and I didn't know about that, so...
That's right, the pretty terrible Nickelodeon show that, well, you'd think people would get over by now. I mean, what year is it, 2016?
Yeah, and I think you get a camera that wasn't from 2004 by now. What's your point?
You'd think people would stop ranting on that like in what? 2014, maybe 2015?
I mean, not everyone knows about a show as soon as it comes out. Some of the people might have just found out about it, and the show's still running, so it's not like it's irrelevant. Unless they're saying things that have been covered to death in the past, what's the problem exactly?
But no, I found some idiot
Wow, we have a lot in common, don't we?
who still thinks Breadwinners is relevant and produces the worst review I've seen of the show yet. That's right. It's worse than Mr. Enters and worse than Matthew Davis's. And could you believe it's only like less than a minute long?
Translation. I found a way to take a video that's less than a minute long and stretch it out to over 8 fucking minutes. That can only mean great things. Heh, forced cocky laugh.
Oh god. And another thing.
Ugh, forced facepalm. I don't like this, you guys. Can you tell? Should I try harder? Also, I like how you say, so let's begin, and then awkwardly continue your intro out of nowhere. Why does half the internet not know what retakes are?
If the actual animation you use is worse than the show that the animation that the actual show uses, you might as well use Go Animate at this point.
What? What even? You're saying because his animation is worse than a professionally made animated show with a budget, he should just use Go Animate. That makes so little sense I don't even know what to say. Just no. I'm just saying no. Thanks, Dare.
I canceled the Dora the Explorer rant because I wanted to rant on breadwinners.
Okay, I can't be the only one having major troll red flags right now.
Well, I'll give the guy this. At least he's not wasting everybody's time by ranting on a preschool show. I mean, seriously, isn't that kind of like picking on a retarded kid at school?
Breadwinners. Oh my freaking god. More like rotten retards.
Seriously, this can't just be me, can it?
Ah, great. He's pulling a Matthew Davis on us, saying something completely random like, breadwinners more like rotten retards.
No, he's pulling a I'm a fucking troll and you shouldn't take anything I say seriously. Listen to Dare, dude. Listen to fucking Dare.
That's not a comeback. That makes no sense in the context, okay? I can understand if you're trying to make a joke on the title like bread losers or dreadwinners or bread suckers or something like that. Not rotten retards. What, is it because like bread can go rotten and the characters are retarded? No! You're doing it wrong, man.
This show has a 3 out of 10 on IMDb and that sounds good.
Was that supposed to mean that you're glad that it had the 3 out of 10 rating? Or that that's a good rating?
It's pretty goddamn obvious, man. He clear as fucking day doesn't like the show. It doesn't take Einstein to figure this out. Come on.
Because I can prove to you how both of those statements are idiotic. Okay, if you're happy that the show has a 3 out of 10 rating on IMDb, guess what? IMDb doesn't really mean jack shit in terms of how you should like something, okay? I like Freddy Got Fingered and It's Pat, yet both of those movies have incredibly low scores on IMDb.
Oh, okay. Okay. So IMDb is discredited because, oh, I liked a couple movies that got low scores on there. No, that's not how opinions work, fag. You're covering someone that I'm 99% sure is trying to be bad on purpose, and all you can come up with is saying that a website is wrong because they disagree with you. Oh, and you know who that logic reminds me of? None other than your best buddy.
But that's not going to subtract from my opinion of the overall movie.
Well, great, that's fucking fantastic. But just because you disagree with a couple ratings doesn't mean IMDb, as you said, doesn't mean jack shit. That's how a kid thinks.
And your second thing is, how is a 3 out of 10 a good rating? Okay, like, how?
No, that's not what he meant and you know it. Skip.
Oh, God. You're an idiot. You are an absolute idiot.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
These are one of the worst shows I've ever seen than Bob the Builder, Sanjay and Craig, and SpongeBob SquarePants.
Hello, dumbfounded man here with my Oscar-winning performance. Can't you tell I'm dumbfounded by my great acting?
Okay, dude. I can understand if English isn't your strong language, but my god, if you're going to make a YouTube video, at least know what it means, and I could at least forgive that horrendous grammar if this was actually your voice talking. But no, this is text-to-speech. This is text-to-speech, and you still managed to make a completely idiotic grammar mistake.
Assuming he isn't a troll, why would typing instead of talking make his bad English not an excuse? I have bad Spanish, and newsflash, that doesn't fucking change for me in text. I mean, sure, it's better than talking on the spot, but that doesn't make it not bad. I mean, I get some programs like Word and Google Docs can help correct that stuff, but not completely. In fact, I'm gonna type what he said into Google Docs right now. Not Word because I don't have it, and also it's not free anyway. And look, it didn't correct shit. So if you're gonna give him slack for having bad English, that still holds up here.
And besides, if you wanted to list that those were the worst shows you've ever seen, say, these are the worst shows I've ever seen, and then list the shows. And by the way, if you're doing text-to-speech, use a freaking comma when you separate the names of the shows.
Assuming he didn't, since there's no way of seeing the original text and you don't know how his text-to-speech program works unless you somehow do but you don't bring it up, and either way I could still understand what he was saying, so I don't see your problem at all. Also skipping, because he spends 5 hours on a point that should only take a few seconds to debunk.
Critic.
This show is just really weird, and it's even more weird than Jungle Junction. The two characters always show their butts and they always twerk. That does not sound appropriate to little children, and they should have rated this show TVY13.
Out of all the problems that Breadwinners does have, I actually don't find them twerking to be a problem. I mean, come on, it's butt humor. Ren and Stimpy, Cow and Chicken, a bunch of shows have done that over the years. Why are you picking on this one for it?
So what? Just because it's been done before doesn't excuse it there or here, you fucking it.
And this is the worst rant on Breadwinners I've ever seen. Look, man, I can understand if you don't like the show, but at least give some actual reasons why. All I'm getting from this is, you don't like the characters because potatoes, you're comparing it to preschool shows because you can, and third and finally, you just don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Unlike me, the almighty god of knowing what I'm talking about. Even IMDb kneels before my holy onion. Skipping again, cause I feel cool when I walk around with shoes.
Finally, this idiotic rant is over. 57 seconds, too. How do you expect to get any points across that are decent if your rant isn't even 2 minutes long, let alone 1 minute?
I don't know, how do you expect anyone to sit through your crap when you drag out a video that's less than 2 minutes to 8 with no jokes and second grade play level acting?
You can't do that, man. Because why on earth would you even make this video if you're not going to put the full effort into it?
To make fags like you make pointless responses, thus doing exactly what he wants. And yeah, after that he just repeats the same points. Screw it, I'm done with this it. And I'll leave the final thoughts up to my co-op partner Ty, which he left in the script.